Attention passionate Chicago, Bears fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Chicago Bears' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Chicago Bears fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Chicago, Bears fans. Let's get to the news, all right. Folks, buckle up because what I'm about to tell you has the potential to really shake up the NFC North and, more importantly, the Chicago Bears' future. Rumors are swirling around a seismic trade that could see Travis Kelce, the Kansas City Chiefs, all-world tight end, making his way to the Windy City. That's right, Kelce potentially suiting up for the Bears. And believe me, if it happens, it could be a game changer, not just for this season, but for the next several years. Now, let's set the stage. The Chiefs, sitting at 13-2 as of 2025, have been one of the most dominant teams in the league, led by Patrick Mahomes. But even with Mahomes' magic, they're facing some roster dilemmas. They've got a surplus of tight ends, and their cap situation is tight, about $28 million allocated to their defensive line, which leaves little room for big contracts. Kelce, who's been a key part of their offense, especially in the red zone, might be on the trading block. The Chiefs are reportedly flirting with the idea of moving Kelce for a high draft pick, especially as they look to focus on youth and rebuild parts of their roster that haven't been as fruitful lately. Kelce's value on the trade market is sky-high, especially given his reputation as the best short-route tight end in the league, a guy who can turn a simple pass into a big gain or a touchdown seemingly out of nowhere. Just look at his stats. In 2025, he's hauling in 88 receptions for nearly 980 yards and 10 touchdowns, averaging around 11 yards per catch and over 4.8 yards after catch per PFF. His grade has been a stellar 89. And he's consistently been a mismatch for defenses. Kelce is a guy who can win contested catches 50% of the time, and he's a proven leader on the field. His career totals are staggering, over 13, 0 yards and 90 touchdowns, plus he's still playing at an elite level despite dealing with a hamstring injury that kept him out for 3 games in Week 11 of 2025. Think about the impact he's had historically. A move like this could mirror what Rob Gronkowski did when he was traded to the Bucs in 2020, where his presence elevated the offense dramatically, especially in the middle of the field. Now, for the Bears, this could be an absolute game changer. The addition of a tight end like Kelce would add a new dimension to their attack, creating mismatches that defenses would struggle to handle. Cole Kmet has been solid with a grade of 84. 3 from PFF and over 700 yards receiving this season, but Kelce's presence would elevate the entire offense. His route running, hands, and ability to find soft spots in coverage are second to none, and his presence on the field would open up opportunities for Justin Fields to make explosive plays. Think about it. Kelce could be the perfect safety valve on third down, or a guy who stretches defenses vertically, especially given his ability to win contested catches in tight windows. Imagine the Bears' offense with Kelce's leadership and production. Their projected yardage could skyrocket by around 950 yards per season, pushing the offense into the upper echelon of the league. This would also lift the overall QBR for Justin Fields from a solid 92.4 to over 96. Adding a player of Kelce's caliber would also boost the Bears' EPA expected points added by about 16% on short passes, making their third down conversions much more manageable. His ability to create mismatches would force defenses to dedicate extra coverage, which would free up other weapons like Darnell Mooney and Chase Claypool, and even open running lanes for the backfield. But it's not just about the offensive firepower. Kelce's arrival would also have a ripple effect on the team's confidence and identity. The Bears have been building something special, but adding a veteran, dependable playmaker like Kelce could give them that extra edge in close games, especially in high-pressure playoff moments. His leadership and veteran savvy would be invaluable for a team still trying to find consistency, and it could accelerate their rise back into serious playoff contention. The Bears' front office knows that to become a true contender, they need to make bold moves, and acquiring Kelce could be that move that takes them from a good team to a great one. From a strategic perspective, this trade would be a bold statement. The Bears would be willing to give up a high first-round pick, a price that might seem steep, but one that could pay off big time. Kels's impact on the field, especially in playoff situations, could be worth the investment. His playoff production has been impressive. After 2024, he scored 6 touchdowns in postseason games, proving that he's a clutch performer when it matters most. His legacy as one of the greatest tight ends of all time is already cemented, but a move to Chicago could give him a new chapter. And for the Bears, it's a chance to make a statement to the rest of the league. Now, let's talk about the bigger picture. The AFC West and the Chiefs are in a bit of a bind without Kels, especially considering how vital he's been in the red zone, where his absence has led to a 17% drop in scoring efficiency. For the Chiefs, trading Kels might be a tough pill to swallow, but it's a calculated move to rebuild with youth and draft capital. The NFL is a league of adjustments, and sometimes making these bold trades can define a franchise's future. Meanwhile, in Chicago, fans are already buzzing about the possibility. The excitement around this potential acquisition is palpable, and if it happens, it could send shockwaves through the league. It's reminiscent of big trades in the past that reshaped teams, like when the Bears traded up for a franchise quarterback or signed key free agents. This move would signal that the Bears are serious about contending now, not just dreaming about a future rebuild. It's about making a statement that they're ready to compete with the best, to push into real Super Bowl contention territory. Looking ahead, the Bears' management will have to act fast. The NFL trade deadline is approaching on November 4th, and the window to make a move like this is closing. If they can land Kels, it would be a clear indication that they're all in on making a deep playoff run. The offense would instantly become more dynamic, and the team's identity as a gritty, high-powered squad would be cemented. The NFC North is already competitive, but with Kels on board, the Bears could take a significant step forward, potentially unseating the Packers or even the Lions if everything clicks. Of course, all of this is still speculative, but the rumors are gaining traction, and insiders suggest that the Bears are considering all options to bolster their offense. It's a bold move, yes, but in today's NFL, bold moves are often what separates the contenders from the pretenders. And for Chicago fans, the idea of Kels in navy and orange is enough to get your hopes up. It's about building a team that can compete for titles, and adding a player like him would be a huge statement. So as we wait for official confirmation, keep your fingers crossed. The Bears are on the cusp of something big, the kind of move that could define their season and set them up for years to come. Whether Kels ends up in Chicago or not, the talk alone is proof that the franchise is thinking big and targeting greatness. And that's what all of us as Bears fans want to see. We want our team to be aggressive, to make bold statements, and to chase championships with everything they've got. And now, Chicago Bears fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Chicago Bears. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Chicago Bears news.